we've been all over this pro discus here lately, and we're still at it. Not too many left, but this one is going to be fun. I don't know if you can see the flight numbers on this thing, but this is called the Fasti. It is 12.4, -3.4. It had the most interesting flight numbers I have seen on a disc in a while. That's why I was interested. This flight, like this flat, barely pops out, and it's just got a round to it and then goes flat. It's a little bit different feeling driver, I will say that, but I do think it's going to be flippy. The 4 glide with a -3 turn and a 4 fade. It's just everything's just like shouting opposites. So I was interested and wanted to review it, so we're going to. Let's do it. Okay, so the first throws with these Fasties, I am going fan gripish, like modified fan kind of. I'm going hyzer. I'm thinking these are going to be flippy, so I'm hoping I get them on camera in the zoom. Oh my goodness. Dead straight. Wow. Pretty low effort. Distance guess on that is probably going to be sitting in that 350 at least. Now I've got this like smoke gray one. Hopefully this is easy to see on camera, but I don't know if it will be. I'm going to attempt to do about the same type of shot there. Just try to be smooth right now until I get warmed up. Oh, a little bit more on that one. It wasn't quite hyzer enough, and that turned into a cut roller. That right there should tell you this is a flippy 12 speed. That's flippy. So after those first 2 throws with the Fasties, I think this is where it's going to get interesting. A lot of times in these reviews, I tend to be optimistic. So I think this is where it's going to get touchy, and we shall see. Going peach first, and I'm going to power grip and go a little bit harder than I had, keeping it hyzer because they're flippy. Oh. It's not like a crazy far distance, I don't think, but wow, what a hyzer flip. Thing flipped up and held a turn for a long time. Yeah, let's throw another one. This is the one that burnt over on me, so I don't know if it's more understable or if it was the throw. So we're gonna try to mimic that last throw. I threw that lower, and I do believe that one's a tad bit flippier because it felt like it was the same hyzer, but it was lower and just burned. It didn't look like it was going to pan at all. Interessante. So at the moment with these Fasties, I guess that's how you say it. Fasti? I don't know. They're going to be an interesting one, I believe. I'm going to go ahead out on a limb and say it's going to be one of the ones that would not be something I would bag, just because it's very unique in its flight. A 12 speed that's not crazy glidey, but also has a ton of turn. It's like it flies good, but there's other stuff that I would be throwing in its place. Like I think that last throw, the peach one, was probably right around 400 something, nothing crazy, but I wasn't going full distance on it. Now what I will say, I might attempt them. I might try a couple rollers to see how these handle rollers. Maybe that's where their trick is, so we'll see. So far it's interesting though. Crazy, it's got a lot of flip to it. All right, so what I'm doing on these again is I'm going to go hyzer release and try to see if I can get like a big left to right with these up high. Oh, it's not gonna flip. Wow, okay. Completely misread that disc, or I threw it really badly one. Well, I think this gray one will do it no matter what. Oh, yep, look at that. That was a pretty good shot there. That was a pretty good shot. That was, that did what I was wanting to do. Get a good flip up turn. It was high enough to get a pan out of it. A pan. Yeah. So what we know right now with these Fasties is they're flippy. They can get some distance. I think that last one with the gray went a little bit over 400, maybe like 415. I think our next approach now, I mentioned it. Let's try some rollers, see if I can lay down a roller. This field is not great for them, but I think I can get a roller down with them. Whether it goes far or not, that's not what I'm asking. So let's get this on a roller. Get down. Oh, it's getting blown. Oh, had potential. If that would have been a little bit more angle, that might have actually went for a while. Let's try it with this gray one, gray, black, whatever you want to call it. Now that might do it. Yeah, that's gonna roll. Oh, that's actually, whoa. That was actually pretty decent. Now, just looking at it, I don't know the distance, but I'm dare say, gonna say it's over 400 feet. It looked like it rolled past the 400 foot mark. Let's go check. All right, here comes two Fasti forehands. Comes off the tongue good. Oh, it hurt. I mean, that's a good like little hyzer flip one. Now let's try this one. I'm pretty sure this black one is flippier. Oh yeah, look at that. I even tried to put more hyzer on that one. Yeah, there it is. They're a little bit too touchy for what I would want for a forehand, but you could make it work. So there you go, the Fasti. So this is kind of an interesting disc. I've done said it before. I'm saying it again. It's interesting. I think where this ended up being the best, in my opinion, was the roller actually that I threw. It ended up going right at 420 feet, so that's not bad. And one thing I will say is the roller was dead straight. Like it went straight and it didn't have a huge curl to the right or left. It was almost in line with the way it went. So it almost was like it rolled and then just kind of like fell over. This is an interesting disc. You could try it. I don't think I'm really gonna throw forehand with it because I just wouldn't probably. Maybe I'll throw one more here at the end just so it's in the video, but so scratch that. I'll put a forehand in. But this is interesting. It's not one I would bag. It's just different enough to where I wouldn't be bagging it. It's just simple like that. I'll just throw other shots and other discs that would be in the place of this, and this would be very specific as opposed to those other discs I get other stuff out of and I trust probably a little bit more. So not saying it's a bad disc, but it is kind of like a very unique disc on its own. Try it out. Thanks Pro Discus for sending these out to me. Like I said, this is a very unique one to me, so I think it's a cool disc. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but it is unique. That's all we got. Till next time, peace.